What's going on, guys? Last night's Monday Night Raw edition, July 21st, 2014. Now, I was actually working during the first couple hours of last night's Monday Night Raw. Watched a little bit of it last night, and then just pretty much just finalized watching it just a couple minutes ago. So pretended pretty much Tuesday night was a classic old Monday Night Raw, and hung out and watched wrestling. So there actually was excerpts uploaded a little bit earlier today on what I was able to catch in the first couple hours that I did see. But let's jump right into the full Raw results video. Starting off, Triple H announced that he would choose John Cena's SummerSlam opponent pretty much based on who impressed him. That brought out Roman Reigns, Kane, and Randy Orton, all the three men in the Fatal 4-Way who failed, weren't able to beat John Cena, as John Cena retained the belt. They all brawled, all three of them. Triple H then made a handicap match to start off the night. So the first match that I just spoke about, handicap match, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton and Kane. Roman Reigns was successful as Randy Orton refused to tag Kane late in the match, pretty much mad that Kane didn't help him out Sunday at Battleground. So Kane and Roman Reigns, they brawled. Roman Reigns had the Superman punch and spear to Kane as Randy Orton just watched, so Roman Reigns picked up the victory. We then had Alicia Fox, Eva Marie, Rosa Mendes and Cameron defeat Nikki Bella. 4-on-1 handicap match that Stephanie McMahon set up once again, but the good news was Nikki Bella's sister, Brie Bella, the blame of it all, as Stephanie likes to say, was front row in Miami, bought a ticket to cheer on her sister, but Stephanie was right there and confronted her. This led to Brie calling Stephanie some names, and then Stephanie that caught attention to her and slapped Brie. That caused Brie trying to jump the rail to attack her, but security ejected Brie Bella because of Stephanie's orders. So a little bit later on tonight, I will announce what happened after that. But Nikki lost instantly because of the 4-on-1 handicap matches, because it was pretty much against all odds. Alicia Fox, Eva Marie, Rosa, and Cameron. We had the undefeated Bo Dallas defeat Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow was dressed as LeBron just because they're in Miami, and LeBron went back to Cleveland. Chris Jericho was supposed to have Bray Wyatt on his highlight reel show, but Bray Wyatt attacked Chris Jericho backstage before the fact and jumped Jericho. Jericho had a bloody ear. R-Truth and Zack Ryder were backstage making sure he was okay, so Bray Wyatt got the upper hand even though Chris Jericho won at Battleground. Dolph Ziggler vs. The Miz, like I mentioned in an excerpt that was uploaded. If you want to hear the full results and my full thoughts on it, make sure to check that out. But Dolph Ziggler defeated The Miz, a non-title match. Ziggler won with the zigzag back-and-forth match. Great match. Once again, if you want to hear the full thoughts, make sure to check out the previous video on this channel. Cesaro offered his services to the authorities, saying he was no longer a Paul Heyman guy. Now, I possibly may have a video sometime later in this week talking about Cesaro, what's next for him possibly now that he is no longer with Paul Heyman, especially now since, don't want to spoiler it a little bit later on in this video, I will talk about it, but because the fact is going to talk about it right now, the whole thing that with Cesaro, what's next for him, especially now since Brock Lesnar is back, and Paul Heyman is back again with Brock. So hopefully stay tuned for that. Paige and AJ defeated Emma and Natalya. AJ hit Natalya with the Shining Wizard and made her tap out to the Black Widow. After the match, Paige turned on AJ, throwing her in the security railing, the ring post, and over the announcer's table. Paige saying it's her house. So the whole frenemies thing, the whole Paige and AJ still friends, even though Paige lost at SummerSlam. Paige and AJ were the tag team, but that didn't last too long, as Paige is now the complete heel that now that she attacked AJ after their match last night on Raw. Great seeing Natalya and Emma back in action, but Paige is now completely heel, so that will further the feud between herself and AJ. Zack Ryder defeated Fandango. Summer Rae and Layla accompanied Ryder to the ring. Ryder hit the Rough Rider on Fandango to pick up the win, as Fandango tried to put his leg on the rope, but before the referee could see it, Layla pushed it off. So Zack Ryder picked up his first Raw victory since 2012. Also uploaded on this channel an excerpt of that match as well. So if you want to hear the full thoughts on that, make sure to please check that out. Heath Slater confronted Flo Rida backstage and got shoved down, just pretty much calling back to their feud at WrestleMania 28. Flo Rida then sang a bunch of his old hits. Stephanie McMahon came out once again. She's the one who announced Flo Rida and was apparently arrested for what she had done to Brie Bella that I spoke about earlier in the video. So she was arrested. Apparently, I read an article and a report that WWE is following up that storyline, saying that she posted bail today, or something like that. I didn't quite look much into it because I haven't, at the time, finished watching Raw. So apparently Stephanie McMahon is no longer in jail as I speak right now. So we will see how that feud finalizes coming up next week on Raw. Ryback and Curtis Axel defeated Big E and Kofi Kingston. Ryback pinned Kingston, nothing really big there, until after the match. Xavier Woods showed up in pretty much a tuxedo and glasses and told Big E and Kofi Kingston they couldn't move forward if they keep kissing babies and dancing and jumping around and acting like they do, and they need to, instead of asking, they need to take it. So this might be a new faction. Bobby Lashley and MVP from TNA actually reacted to it because it's similar to their storyline with MVP, Lashley, and Kenny King, I believe it is. So we'll have to see if this is like a heel turn for Big E and Kofi. The whole thing, if Xavier Woods is now their manager, and what will that lead with R-Truth now in singles competition because Xavier was R-Truth's partner. You never know. Maybe they could join. Maybe he could join the faction as well. But we shall see in the next couple weeks if this is a heel turn for Kofi Kingston and Big E. They will no longer be doing what Xavier Woods told them not to do because that would get them nowhere. So we shall see. Rusev defeated the Great Khali. Apparently this was going to be a big match for Rusev. But Rusev easily got the win with the Accolade submission move. Cesaro defeated Dean Ambrose. Another great match of the night. Two of my favorites once again, just like the Dolph Ziggler-Miz match. Two of my favorites in Cesaro and Dean Ambrose. Cesaro did win by disqualification, though, when Ambrose pretty much just snapped and threw steel chairs all over the ring and hit Cesaro with a steel chair as he was against the ring post. So that was pretty much all the matches of the night. Two great matches. Pretty much every match was pretty much great. No Wyatt family, no Harper and Rowan, and no Usos. That was actually, I just realized this now making the video, their great opening match at Battleground. So nothing wrong there. Hopefully just getting a break. And Triple H attempted to announce Randy Orton, John Cena's opponent. But Roman Reigns showed up, so it seemed to be Triple H announced Randy Orton, but Roman Reigns showed up, attacked Randy Orton, pretty much just banished that, and Paul Heyman came out to announce Plan C was Beast Incarnate, the one who conquered the streak, the F5, here comes the pain, Brock Lesnar versus Cena, SummerSlam. So yes, the rumors, the reports, the spoilers were all correct. Brock Lesnar did come back. Brock Lesnar will be John Cena's opponent at SummerSlam. So yeah, just like the reports that had Brock Lesnar coming to Miami that I tried to report, tried not to spoil you guys if you didn't want to know. So yeah, Brock Lesnar officially returned to WWE in 2014, July 21st, 2014. So in August, it will be John Cena versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, let me know in your comment section below, will Brock Lesnar be able to conquer the titles like he did the streak at WrestleMania